How do you handle arguments when you're away from home?
Well, that's a tough question. I mean, an argument over the phone or argument over text, that's really hard. I mean, people get upset and they don't even know, especially if it's a text. You don't know.
Oh, that's bad at the worst of times.
Yeah.
But oil patch marriages,
you
don't. I have zero tolerance when it comes to arguments on the road in the oil patch. And the reason is the danger that's inherent in that job. I tell women because it's both, right? It depends. Doesn't matter who starts it. They get into it and it gets incident. In your typical scenario, which I'm going to say, it's whoever starts the battle, and then it's texting back and forth, or it's phone calls, or it's this, or it's threats, and it just escalates and it turns nasty, right? And it just can't go on. So I tell men, you have to be assertive about this thing, but in a gentle and respectful way. You have to say, I love you, I'm sorry, we need to resolve this, or we're going to resolve this, but right now I need to keep this job, I need to keep a roof over our heads, and this is not the time.
How many women can handle that answer? I'm
Whether
sorry.
she can handle it or not, it's irrelevant. This is a different ballgame altogether when we're talking about guys on the front lines in the oil patch. It's a different ballgame. She has to handle it. And I tell women, it's like, I want you to imagine that you have your baby, little baby, 7 months or something, in the bath, just barely sitting up, and the phone rings downstairs, and you go downstairs to get the phone. And someone says, I want to have a fight, I want to have some sort of emotional discussion right now on the telephone while the baby's upstairs. You can't. Your mind isn't in it, your heart isn't in it, you're too worried, you're too distracted, there's too many other things going on. And that is the sort of stretch, this sort of pull and distraction that a guy feels when he's in the patch and he's dealing with high pressure equipment and you're arguing and saying, I'm going to my mom's. It has to stop.
There you have it.
That's right.
When you're on the hitch or on the patch, you do not argue. End of story. We'll see you next time on Relationship SOS.